सब्सक्राइब कीजिए रॉय नॉलेज चैनल को और बेल आइकन को दबाएं लेटेस्ट लेक्चर को सबसे पहले देखने के लिए। Hello my lovely friends, how are you? Welcome back to the channel. Today in this lecture we are going to discuss about design technology. Design technology involves the manner in which we convert our concept of desired system functionality into an implementation. We must not only design the implementation to optimize design matrices, but we should do so quickly, as we have discussed earlier in our video, that the designer must be able to produce large number of transistors every year to keep pace with IC technology. Hence, improving design technology to enhance productivity has been a key focus of the software and hardware design communities for decades. To understand how to improve the design process, we must first understand the design process itself. Variation of a top-down design process have become popular in the past decade, an ideal form of which is illustrated in this figure. As you can see that the designer refines the system through several abstraction levels. At the system levels, the designer describes the desired functionality in some language, often a natural language like English, but preferably an executable language like C. We shall call this the system specification. The designer refines this specification by distributing portion of it among several general or single purpose processor, yielding behavioral specifications for such processors. The designer refines these specification into register transfer, that is RT specifications, by converting behavior on general purpose processor to assemble code, and by converting behavior on single purpose processor to a connection of register transfer component and state machine. The designer then refines the register transfer level specification of a single purpose processor into a logic specification consisting of Boolean equation. No refinement of a general purpose processor's assembly code is done at this level. Finally, the designer refines the remaining specification into an implementation consisting of machine code for general purpose processor and a gate level netlist for single purpose processors. There are three main approaches to improving the design process for increased productivity, which we label as compilation, synthesis, and library IP and test verification. As you can see over here, compilation, library, and test verification. Several other approaches also exist. So first, coming up on compilation synthesis. Compilation or synthesis lets a designer specify a desired functionality in an abstract manner and automatically generates lower level implementation details. Describing a system at high abstraction levels can improve productivity by reducing the amount of details, often by an order of magnitude, that a designer must specify. A logic synthesis tool converts Boolean expression into a connection of logic gates called a net list. A register transform RT synthesis control tool converts finite state machines and register transfer into a data path of RT components and a controller of Boolean equations. A behavioral synthesis tool converts a sequential program into finite state machine and register transfers. Likewise, a software compiler converts a sequential program to assembly code, which is essentially register transfer code. Finally, a system synthesis tool converts an abstract level specification into a set of sequential program on general and single purpose processors. Now coming up on libraries or IPs, we have libraries involve reuse of pre-existing implementation. Using libraries of existing implementation can improve productivity if the time is taken to find, acquire, integrate, and test a library item in less than that of designing the item oneself. A logic level library may consist of layout of gates and cells. An RT level library may consist of layout for RT components like register, multiplexers, decoders, and functional unit. A behavior level library may consist of commonly used components such as compression components, bus interface, display controllers, and even general purpose processors. The advent of the system level integration has caused a great change in this level of library. Rather than these components being ICs, they now must also be available in the form that we can implement on just one portion of an IC. Such components are called cores. This change from behavioral level libraries of ICs to libraries of cores has prompted the use of the term intellectual property, that is IP, to emphasize the fact that core exists in an intellectual form that must be protected from copying. Finally, a system level library might consist of complete system level solving particular problem, such as an interconnection of processor with a compelling operating system and processor's program to implement an interface to the internet over an Ethernet network. Now coming up on test verification. Test verification involves ensuring that functionality is correct. Such assurance can prevent time-consuming debugging at low abstraction level and iterating back to high abstraction level. Simulation is the most common method of testing for correct functionality, although more formal verification techniques are growing in popularity. At the logic level, gate level, simulators provide output signal timing waveform given input signal waveform. Likewise, general purpose processor simulators execute machine code. At the RT level, the hardware description language, that is HDL, simulators execute RT level description and provide output waveform given input waveform. At the behavioral level, HDL simulators simulate sequential program and cosimulators connect HDL and general purpose processor simulators to enable hardware or software co-verification. At the system level, a model simulator simulates the initial system specification using an abstract computational model independent of any popular technology to verify correctness and completeness of the specification. Model checkers can also verify certain properties of the specification, such as ensuring the certain simultaneous conditions never occur or that the system does not deadlock. Now coming up on trends, as we can see that the combination of compilation synthesis libraries or IPs, test or verification standards, language and framework has improved designers' productivity over the past several decades, as shown in the figure. It's keep on increasing in linear way. Productivity is measured as the number of transistors that one designer can produce in 1 month. As the figure shows, the growth has been impressive. A designer in 1981 could produce only about 100 transistors per month, whereas in 2002 a designer should be able to produce 5000 transistors per month, and now in 2020 we are at the position where we could expect a designer could produce around 15,000 transistors per month. Hope you have understood this concept. If you are watching till now, please press the like button, and if you are new to the channel, please press the subscribe button. We will meet in next video. Thank you for watching. Jai Hind.